the last passenger. They say if you miss the last train home, don't take the next one. Because sometimes it isn't a train at all. It happened 3 years ago. I was working late at a warehouse on the edge of town. My shift ended just after midnight, and the station was almost completely empty. No voices, no announcements, just the sound of rain tapping against the metal roof. The arrival board read. I checked my phone. I looked back up. Still, before I could think about it any longer, headlights appeared through the rain. The train rolled into the station without making a sound. No screeching brakes, no rumbling tracks, just silence. The doors slid open. Inside sat 5 passengers. Every one of them stared straight ahead. None of them blinked. None of them looked at me. I hesitated. Something felt wrong, but the rain was getting heavier. So I stepped inside. The doors closed behind me. I sat near the back. That's when I noticed something strange. There was no driver. The front cabin was completely empty. I laughed under my breath. Maybe it's automated. That's what I wanted to believe. The train started moving. Outside, the city lights slowly disappeared. Buildings became trees. Trees became darkness. 10 minutes passed. We never stopped. Not at a single station, not even the ones that should have been crowded. Then, every passenger tilted their head at exactly the same speed toward me. An old woman slowly stood. Her eyes were completely black, not dark brown, not shadowed, black like empty holes. Without opening her mouth, I heard her voice. "You weren't supposed to get on." I froze. No one else moved. No one blinked. I rushed to the emergency exit, locked. I pulled the handle, nothing. The train suddenly accelerated. The windows turned white, not from snow, not from light, just endless fog. Then I looked into the glass. 5 passengers, then 6. I counted again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. But the reflection still showed 6. The 6th figure wasn't sitting. It was standing directly behind me. I spun around. Nothing. My heart pounded so hard I could hear it over the tracks. Slowly. I looked back at the window. The reflection smiled. It wasn't smiling. It leaned closer, its face pressed against the back of my head. I could almost feel its breath, but there was still nothing behind me. The speakers crackled, a burst of static, then a calm voice. "Final stop." Another whisper followed. "Everyone must leave." The doors slid open. Beyond them, there was no platform, no station, only endless white fog. One by one, Satgir. Every passenger stepped off. Each disappeared the moment their feet touched the mist. The old woman stopped in the doorway. This time, she smiled. "You still have time." Then she vanished. The doors began to close without thinking. I shoved my arm between them. The doors reopened. I threw myself back inside. The train lurched violently. The lights exploded overhead. The windows shattered. The scream of metal finally filled the air. Then, everything went black. I woke up lying on the platform of my hometown station. Morning commuters walked around me as if nothing had happened. A police officer asked if I was okay. I told him everything, every last detail. He stared at me for a long moment. Then he asked, "What train?" According to the station records, no trains had run after 11:15 that night. Mine arrived at 12:37, a train that officially never existed. I never took public transportation again, but every year, on the anniversary of that night, at exactly 12:37, my phone vibrates. No caller ID, no number, just one voicemail. The recording always begins the same way: the sound of train doors sliding open, then silence, long enough to wonder if it's over. A slow breath, and one familiar whisper. We're almost there. If this story gave you chills, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more scary stories, and leave a comment telling me, would you have stepped off the train or stayed inside?